Hey Soup, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the top arena defenses and why they work. Now this series was actually inspired by another YouTuber by the name of Forestnai, who stopped making videos a long time ago. Unfortunately, rest in peace. However, he still plays, and you know what better to do part 10 than to actually make a video about Forestnai's defense himself. So just to kind of go through it here, what I do is just go over the defense, and then I actually log into his account, not log into his account, but visit his island, check out his monsters, his runes, etc., and figure out what makes it tick. So now last week we went over anything that's lutionable, non-lutionable, etc., and this defense, check, okay, not lutionable at all, guaranteed. If I tried to lution it, I would lose. So just to show you guys, I will lution it and you will see that it won't work. And then we'll try again with a different style of arena defense. So let's just take a look here. I'm sorry, a different style of arena offense. Did I say defense? I meant offense. But yeah, and I'll tell you guys why it doesn't work in just a second, because you're gonna see that this Praha, if I had to guess, is Nemesis Will. I don't think he would put the Praha not on Nemesis. But if that's the case, if it's not on Nemesis at all, there's a very good chance that this defense isn't going to work like he hopes. But it's got to be on Nemesis. The other thing is this one's probably, I would hope, on Nemesis as well. But it may not be, because it has Will. And this one may not be on Nemesis either. So let's just see. It might not be ruined the way I was expecting it to be ruined. Okay, so it's definitely Nemesis Will, because that Praha wouldn't have cut in between my Lucians if it wasn't on Nemesis. Now this one, it looks like it's not on Nemesis, it's just normal. But you guys can see, most likely not going to win this, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, yeah. So the really slow, this guy here, Vermos, waited till my entire team went, of course. Maybe not super slow, but he waited till my entire team went, and then stunned my entire team, and it worked really good. The fact that his Praha goes before his Rika, the fact that his Vermos goes after his Rika, etc. It all works together. Now at this point, I don't think I'm going to be able to win, because I don't think my Lucians are going to be able to take this guy down unless I get super lucky. But yeah, so as you can see, non-lutionable. Was it close? Yeah, it was actually a little bit closer than what I was expecting it to be. But overall, pretty much not lutionable for the most part. So yes, like I said, check. Now let's go to the next one. Let's take a look. Here, hold on. Okay, so go here again, and then let's say, I don't know. I don't think I need a stripper, because even though he does have Will on all 4 of his monsters, I think they're gonna go before me. So I would say let's just run a cleave triple nuke plus Galleon team to go against it, and just hope that either Praha derps or one of their monsters. As long as Vermos derps, I should be okay. And if I'm not okay, then I should be able to wait it out a couple turns and then get my cleave off. I think that's the only thing that he's lacking, is some sort of like real threat. But like I said, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. If he does a lot of damage, if his Annabelle decides to defense break my entire team, and then the Vermos goes after that, it could be bad. If I get stunned, okay, maybe. Okay. Now with just having these 3 monsters here, Zaros, Galleon, Tosi, typically I should be able to clean up, and that's why I brought a 3rd nuker, is because if one of these guys happens to get stunned or nuked down, then typically I'll have the extra one that doesn't get stunned, which is kind of the idea. Now I did miss a couple from Galleon, which, you know, it does happen quite often, and you just gotta roll with the punches. I did also get my shield off as well. I didn't reset Praha, so pretty much Zeros is a non-factor in this situation. And I fucking missed again. Such bullshit, but whatever. And we'll drop that down. Dead. Like, everybody says, oh, you gotta have Zeros to make this work, but for the most part, it's not needed because he didn't do really anything but just drop a nice little nuke down. That's it. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Now that was basically as best as his defense could have done. Like I said, even if I did get stripped, even if I did get stunned, even if I did get defense broken, and everything went right for him, he didn't have enough coming behind it to back it up. I feel. Now, if he did get lucky with a couple of violent procs and things like that, he absolutely could have won. But the chances of the violent procs with everything going correct and nobody derping on his defense may or may not actually happen too often. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're actually formulating your arena defense. But let's just go take a look at his runes, because they looked a little bit interesting. Because he had full will on every single person on his team. Complete will. Which is probably why he's getting some pretty good success, because no one wants to Lucian him. The cleave's a little risky, a little risky in my opinion, as you saw there, but okay, so 118, double Nemesis will as expected, but he can do that because he has Chiwu that's on Despair will, that's gonna go right, looks like right before the Praha. Yeah, so he has that going right before the Praha, which having two buff strips, it may or may not be worth it to have, but like I said, with Praha being on double Nemesis will, it kind of is there to deter the Lucian users from attacking him. Now this has almost 35,000 HP. Could that get one shot by a Lucian? It's possible. It's pretty possible. Maybe not a speed Lucian, but from a single target Lucian that's attack crit damage attack, not a single target Lucian, but like a Big Bertha type Lucian, then it could pretty easily get killed by a single Lucian. But single Lucians are typically slow, so with Praha being somebody that is going to remove buffs, you should be okay, because it's not going to be protected, especially with having two. You're really not going to get single Lucian with this team, with having Praha, Chiwu, what's his name, Vermos. Those guys are going to be the ones that are kind of protecting that situation. Now the Annabelle, again, you guys all know my thoughts on Annabelle. Is she a great monster? I don't think so. Is she, not as bad as she used to be? Yeah, sure. But to rune her with basically HP and speed stats and accuracy, you're really only using her like a cleanser and a defense breaker. But I would actually think that she would be more useful as an attack one, but I can see why he went HP, because if you get single Lucianed and the person does more than 30,000 HP, then she'd probably die the first turn and it wouldn't be worth it to have, because she'd be dead. So other than that, I think I would be more scared of, maybe a Chow, to be honest. Now Chow is also in that bottom list that I had way back when of natural 5 stars that I thought were the worst ones that needed buffs. Both have since then gotten buffs, so thank you Comp to us for that. But I would be more scared of Chow just because he's not going to get Lucian, and then he has a little bit more firepower coming behind it than Annabelle does. Kumar would be a much better option as well. I would love to see Kumar in that defense, personally. Oh man, he has Tiana? Wow, he has Siga? I didn't realize he was so overpowered. Okay, so what's the other... let's just take a look at the runes here. Like, rune for rune. Okay, obviously HP. Yeah. So, is it the fastest one? No. Is it the tankiest one? No. Does it work? Yes, it works for Lucians. Does it work for bombs or anything else? Probably not, I would say. Especially Tiana, Sierra comps, probably not going to happen. We got speed slot 2. Same thing. HP. Again, the Chiwu, same thing. Speed. HP. So like, kind of super boring as far as the build is concerned. Let's take a look at his Vermos. I don't foresee this being any different than any of the other 3 monsters, but oh, speed, HP. I mean, he's got really nice runes though. Like, look at this: 111 speed, 21,000, so 30,000 HP. I mean, it's really close to getting single Lucianed. I would say too close for comfort, in my opinion. I'm not a very good Lucianer. That's not my forte. So I know 100% that there's guys that are just gonna Lucian him and kill both his Annabelle and his Vermos 100%, and then the Praha will just heal the Chiwu and herself, and then they'll clean up with the second Lucian, and it's pretty much GG from there. If he put Kumar in the defense instead of Annabelle, I could see him getting a lot better results, but you know, maybe he does that during Rush or something like that instead. But even still, I don't know, I think it'd be weak to cleaving, which is what I just did to kill him, because you're not gonna have a defense break mostly. So even with having Vermos stun me, having Praha, having Chiwu all stun me, and then having him do his AoE, I could still come back after I get stunned and finish up a turn later, because there's really nothing that's gonna happen that's gonna keep me CC'd unless they all use their skills at different times, at different places, and happen to stun one guy the first turn and one guy the second turn, etc. Then maybe, yeah, it could work, but it's really just leaving it to RNG. And his defense, kind of RNG based, yes, but I would like to have a little bit more control over it. So, Force Knowing, if you still watch, go ahead, try the Kumar, or let me know your thoughts on that as well. But aside from that, guys, you know, like I said, this is kind of one of the top players in the game still. Even though he doesn't make videos, he still plays, he's still very active. And also, he did mention that, or not him, but his girlfriend, I think it is, mentioned that he really liked my other video that I impersonated him, and that was like so long ago. I need to make a new one just with updated YouTubers and streamers, but we'll talk about that some other time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay soupy. Love you guys to the death. Peace out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to see my previous video, you can click on the link or visit me on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, I just started making t-shirts, so check out my website at www.claytano.com to see all of my gamer-inspired apparel. And as always, stay soupy and don't be a potato.